Hello everybody! If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 569, The Last Cleaner. Intermediate. Mia arrived at the high-rise office just after midnight. She carried her cleaning cart and her flashlight. The building was silent and the lights were dimmed. Only a few glowing signs showed the exit routes. Her routine was simple: clean all floors, empty bins, and polish desks. She preferred this quiet time, away from noise and phones. Tonight felt ordinary, but a small shiver crept into Mia's spine as she turned the corner. Suddenly, a faint tapping echoed through the empty corridor. Mia paused, flashlight beam dancing on the glossy floor. The sound was slow, purposeful, like someone walking in heavy boots. Her heart beat faster. She followed the noise to a service lift at the end of the hallway. The doors were slightly ajar. A pool of shadow lay near the gap. Mia felt a cold wind brush her cheek. She shone her torch inside. The cabin was empty, its metal walls reflecting back her trembling face. A scratch marked the floor, leading to the far corner. Mia swallowed hard and stepped forward. Before she could look again, the doors slammed shut with a violent clang. The lift jolted and began to move downwards, though she had not pressed any button. The breathing caught her in the throat. Lights flickered. The usual floor indicators glowed in an impossible pattern. 13, 7, 22. Mia stared as the numbers blinked in the dark. She pressed every button she could find, but nothing changed. A low humming began, like a distant radio searching for a signal. The air grew thick, making every breath heavy. Her flashlight dimmed, leaving only a faint glow around her feet. Then she felt it. A cold presence behind her. She whirled, torch swinging wildly. But shadows writhed near the ceiling. A whisper curled around her ear. "Stop!" Mia backed away until her hand hit the control panel. She slapped it in panic. The doors grated open, revealing a black corridor she had not seen before. She stepped out. The corridor stretched endlessly, lit by broken ceiling lamps. Each lamp flickered in a different color: red, green, blue. Her ears rang with soft laughter. She walked forward, feeling the floor tilt under her feet. The laughter grew louder, echoing around her head. Then it stopped, leaving a ringing silence that made her chest tighten. Abruptly, a figure appeared at the far end, a tall shape in an old uniform, face hidden in shadow. It raised a hand, pointing directly at her. Everything froze. The lights burst into a white flash. When Mia opened her eyes, the corridor was gone. She stood in the lobby again, under the bright neon exit sign. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She shook violently and answered. A recorded voice whispered, "You should not be here." Then the line went dead. Mia ran toward the exit, heart pounding. She pushed through the glass doors and felt the cool night air on her face. Behind her, the lobby lights flickered off one by one. She never returned. Vocabulary notes. Dimmed. Verb. Past participle used as adjective. Definition. Made less bright or intense. Example. The building was silent and the lights were dimmed. Only a few glowing signs showed the exit routes. Similar words: subdued, softened, lowered. Shiver. Noun, verb. Definition. Noun. A sudden, slight trembling movement. Verb. To shake slightly because of cold or fear. Example. A small shiver crept into Mia's spine as she turned the corner. Similar words: tremble, quiver, shake. Ajar. Adjective. Definition. Slightly open. Example. She followed the noise to a service lift at the end of the hallway. The doors were slightly ajar. Similar words. Unlatched. Cracked. Partly open. Jolted. Verb. Past tense. Definition. To give a sudden, sharp movement or shock. Example. The lift jolted and began to move downwards, though she had not pressed any button. Similar words. Jerked. Shook. Bumped. Flickered. Verb. Past tense. Definition. To shine unsteadily or to go on and off quickly. Example. Lights flickered. The usual floor indicators glowed in an impossible pattern. Similar words. Fluttered. Wavered. Glimmered. Humming. Verb. Present participle. Noun. Definition. Verb. To make a low, steady, continuous sound. Noun. The sound itself. Example. A low humming began, like a distant radio searching for a signal. Similar words. Buzzing. Murmuring. Droning. Presence. Noun. Definition. A feeling that someone or something is nearby even if you cannot see them. Example. Then she felt it, a cold presence behind her. Similar words. Aura. Air. Vibe. Tilt. Verb. Noun. Definition. Verb. To cause something to lean or slant. Noun. An act of leaning or sloping. Example. She walked forward, feeling the floor tilt under her feet. Similar words. Lean. Slant. Incline. Story written by Copilot AI on Windows 11 Pro. Image created by Copilot AI on Windows 11 Pro. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
Okay, so today we've got something really interesting lined up, a unique deep dive, actually, and it's built around source material you brought to us.
That's right. We're looking at a short story, The Last Cleaner, and also some really insightful vocabulary notes that go with it.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack this story, which is quite chilling, I have to say. Not just for the plot, but for, the language itself, how it works.
Yeah, how those specific word choices create such an effective mood. It's a great example of building atmosphere, almost brick by brick.
So we step into this world, Mia's world. She's a cleaner, working midnight shifts in a big office building. Quiet, empty.
Which she seems to prefer, right?
Yeah.
Away from the noise, the daytime rush. It starts off feeling quite mundane, almost peaceful.
But that doesn't last long, does it? The author introduces this unease very subtly.
Very subtly. It begins with the description of the lighting, actually. The lights aren't just off, they're dimmed.
Right, that word dimmed, I circled that mentally. It feels intentional, like something's fading, being pulled back, not just switched off. Sets a tone straight away.
It absolutely does.
Wow.
It's a quiet kind of warning, almost. And Mia's enjoying the quiet, but then that first physical sensation hits her.
The shiver, yeah, just turning a corner, and this little shiver goes down her spine.
And it's so effective because it's primal, isn't it? It's that gut feeling, that subconscious alert before there's any obvious danger. You immediately connect with her feeling of something not being quite right.
You do. And then comes the sound, that faint tapping.
Echoing down the empty corridor. Described as slow, purposeful, like heavy boots.
In that silence, any sound would be jarring, but that sound, it just breaks the calm completely. It feels intrusive.
And it pulls her forward, naturally. Curiosity, maybe a bit of apprehension. She uses her flashlight.
And the beam leads her to the service lift. And this is where, for me, the tension really clicks up a notch. The doors are ajar.
Oh, that word ajar is doing so much work there. It's perfectly chosen.
It is, isn't it? It's not wide open. It's not securely closed. It's uncertain. In between.
Exactly. Liminal is the word. It's like a threshold that's been crossed but not fully revealed. It creates this immediate sense of unease, that almost feeling, which can be more disturbing than something definite.
It feels like an invitation, but a really unnerving one. And as she gets closer, there's that cold wind.
Yeah, brushing her cheek. And the pool of shadow near the gap. That detail, the cold wind, it's classic. It suggests something unseen. A breach.
Definitely raises the stakes. You immediately think, okay, something's wrong with this picture.
And then, bam, the door slammed shut violently. The lift jolted.
Right. It jolted and started moving down, but she hadn't pressed anything. That loss of control.
Loss of agency, it's terrifying because it taps into that fundamental fear of being helpless, trapped by something you don't understand. Her breathing catches you feel that jolt with her.
You really do. And the disorientation just piles on from there. The lights inside start to flicker.
And the floor numbers, they're all wrong. 13, 7, 22. Impossible sequence.
That flickering light, those random numbers, it's not just darkness, it's reality itself breaking down. It's messing with her mind as much as trapping her physically.
It absolutely is. And then the soundscape changes again. This low humming.
Like a radio searching for a station, the story says. It's not just noise, it sounds wrong, unnatural.
Or like machinery that's malfunctioning in a really deep way. And at the same time, the air gets thick, heavy. Even her flashlight beam starts to dim.
There's that word again, dimmed. Like the light, the safety is just draining away.
It's a systematic removal of her senses, her control. The environment itself becomes oppressive.
So she's trapped, disoriented, the air is thick, the lights are failing, and then she feels it. The presence.
Chilling, isn't it? Not just cold, but a presence. That word shifts everything. It implies consciousness, an entity.
Yeah, it goes from creepy building to something else is here. It's no longer just environmental, it's personal almost.
She spins around, flashlight swinging wildly, but there's nothing there, just shadows, kind of writhing near the ceiling.
And the whisper, let's stop.
Oh, that whisper. So direct, so inexplicable. It confirms the presence isn't just a feeling, it's interacting with her. Actively.
Gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So she panics, hits the controls.
And the doors grind open onto this place she's never seen. A black corridor. Endless.
Completely breaks from the known reality of the office building. And the lighting here, broken lamps, flickering again, but this time in colors. Red, green, blue.
It's chaotic. And there's soft laughter echoing. It's like a funhouse nightmare, a total sensory assault meant to mirror panic.
And if that wasn't enough, the floor itself isn't stable. She walks forward and it starts to tilt.
Yeah, the ground literally shifting beneath her. That tilt, it's the ultimate destabilization. Her whole reality's collapsing physically and metaphorically.
Wow. So the laughter gets louder, then silence. That ringing silence after chaos can be just as bad. Her chest tightens.
And then the figure appears, far down the corridor. Tall, shadowy, in an old uniform. Face hidden.
Just raises a hand and points at her. Everything freezes.
And the ambiguity is what makes it so terrifying, right? The unknown is often scarier than any monster you can clearly see. Your mind fills in the blanks.
Absolutely. Then this blinding white flash.
And suddenly, she's back. In the lobby, corridor gone. Like it never happened.
That sudden return to normal is almost as jarring as the experience itself. Makes you question everything. Was it real?
But it's not quite over. There's one final sting. Her phone buzzes.
Yeah. The phone call. A recorded voice whispering, "You should not be here." Then click. Deadline.
And she runs. The lobby lights go out one by one behind her. The story says she never went back. Can you blame her?
Not at all. What a journey. We've really walked through it with Mia step by unsettling step.
And you see how every single element builds on the last. From that first shiver to the impossible corridor, the figure, that final phone call. It's all connected.
And those vocabulary words we noted dimmed, shiver, ajar, jolted, flickered, humming, presence, tilt. They aren't just descriptive words.
No, they're the actual tools the author uses. They're the building blocks of that suspense, that dread. They carry so much weight.
They really do. It shows how precise language can create a whole feeling, a whole vibe. That word gets used a lot, but here it really applies that just sticks with you.
It lingers.
So thinking about this for you, our listener, what's the takeaway?
Well, I think it's about recognizing the power packed into every detail of a story.
And maybe how sometimes what's not explained, ambiguity, can hit harder than a neat resolution.
Exactly. Words really are the architects of atmosphere, of psychological terror in this case. It makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
What is it that stays with you after you encounter something truly unknown? in a story, or maybe even when the familiar cracks a little in real life. Something to think about.